Hello, Scorpio. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts. How are you guys? And thank you for being patient for your bonus reading. I've been extremely super busy with private readings, so I'm just trying to get these out as soon as I can. So, this is going to be reflected for the first half of March, and it is general as always, guys. It's not going to resonate with every single person. Please do take from this whatever makes sense for you and let the rest go. And if you are interested in your own personal private reading, all of that information is listed down below in the description box. And I am now currently booked through March 20th, so there is a bit of a delay for people to receive private readings. But if that's something that you're interested in, absolutely go ahead and click that link below and go ahead and book your reading through the website. All right, guys. And I will, of course, have a list of all of the card decks that I will be using for this reading, guys, okay? So I do have some questions in mind as well for this reading, Scorpio, and we'll dive right into that. What I have in front of me is my alphabet deck, which I've gotten a lot of feedback on it, and people just really freaked out that I end up choosing letters significant for their person, or it's even a part of their name, and just something of significance for a lot of people that I have read for. So I'm going to continue with that for the first half of the month for the bonus readings. So let's take a look and see, Scorpio, what it is that's going to be coming forward by way of these letters. We'll grab a few and, of course, take what makes sense for you. We've got a Y. Okay, we have another Y. We have a K. We'll grab a few more. Got an M. Guided to this one. We have a C. We'll grab two more. We have an X. Last one. We have an F. Okay, so if any of those letters are significant to you specifically, could be your person's name, could be your name, could be a loved one, a friend, however way they play a part in your life. Okay, so those are the letters that's coming forwards for Scorpio this time around for this bonus reading. All right, guys, so we're first going to take a look at where your person is at currently. I do tend to focus on those of you who are going through challenges and those who are in separation. So let's take a look first at your person, what's in the shadows when it comes to their energy. This is the Twin Flame Shadows deck by Mystic Moon. And of course, you do not have to identify with a twin flame connection. That's just the name of the card deck. But this deck does analyze what is in the shadows, what's beneath the surface, what's going on with your person that you may or may not even be aware of. More than likely not, since it is in the shadows. Okay, so let's take a look at that. For your person, what's in the shadows? What is it, their darker energy when it comes to themselves, when it comes to the connection with you, Scorpio? Angels and spirit guides, please, for this bonus reading for Scorpio. Where is your person at currently when it comes to their shadows? Non-action. Okay, so they're not in any position at this time to be creating any sort of action towards you, Scorpio, or even in any position to be communicating. Right now, stagnant energy, non-action. We also have irresponsible coming through here. Some of you guys could have actually been married, because if you look at this photo, I mean, two skeletons in wedding attire here. So this could be a marriage that has since parted ways. You guys may be divorced at this point, or even in legal separation. It's basically a marriage that has died. You know, they're skeletons. So it's a done deal. It's just a relationship that went through whatever phase it needed to go through, and more than likely, because of one partner being irresponsible, could have stepped down on the relationship. There could have been infidelity, cheating, dishonesty, deceptive stuff going on there. And so this is telling us here that whoever was irresponsible, and we're focusing on your person here, Scorpio, that they could have been the party that contributed to the demise of a marriage. That's for some of you, okay? We also have unstable coming through here, and unstable energy and an unstable foundation when it comes to the connection. And certainly your person could have contributed to why it is unstable. We have pain coming through as well, followed by excuses. Okay, so your person could have been just full of excuses, unable to follow through with promises, unable to commit, or they would tell you one thing and do another. And then we have pain. So somebody got hurt here. Either your person did get hurt as a result of whatever happened between the two of you, or they ended up hurting you, Scorpio. Okay, so let's dig a little bit deeper and see what else needs to come through here. Angels and spirit guides for Scorpio, for the viewer. Where is your person at currently? And this could, of course, be for cross watchers as well as anybody else who's been guided to tune in. For whatever reason you felt you needed to watch this reading. Let's take a look and see if any of these messages can resonate with you. Where is your person at currently? Letters. Okay, so these letters could certainly be tied into these letters that have already come through here for some of you. Letters could also be indicative of emails, of text messages, from actual letters that you guys have sent each other. Could even be a card expressing how they're feeling. So something that perhaps Scorpio, you sent them, or they're just holding on to conversations that you guys have had and reading through old emails or texts that you guys have shared, because there is no action right now. So they can't even talk to you or reach out to you at this time. Look at this. We've got commitment phobia, falling right below irresponsible with that photo of the two skeletons in wedding attire. So more than likely masculine energy, because I do have a male figure in this photo. But of course, take it for how it makes sense for your situation. But for some of you guys, this was part of the problem here, because a masculine was unable to fully commit to a partnership. Could have cheated on the other. Could have cheated on you, Scorpio. We have our song coming through here. And if you can see, there's a wedding band right there. A wedding band that is not on anyone's finger. So somebody took that ring off. There could be a particular song that your person hears and it reminds them of you, Scorpio, or you guys could have had a favorite song together. Could be tied into that connection. But look at this. We've got sorrow falling right below pain. So they are, this type of pain here is beyond painful. I mean, that's just a word here that can simply describe the type of grief that perhaps your person is going through as a result of what they've either done to break up a connection, recognizing that they hurt you as well. You know, this type of pain equates to this heavy sorrow that's coming through here. You know, somebody's heart was broken. Could certainly be the person that you're watching this reading for. Look here, we've got Be Mine, yearning, and isn't it interesting how we have sheet music right here, and then we've got a piano right there. So music could be of significance to some of you guys. Maybe someone's a songwriter or play a piano, or music is what brought you guys together. Whatever it is, whatever and however that particular reference ties into your connection. But right now, look at this. We have alone followed by hurt. So your person's definitely feeling alone, especially if they themselves have an issue with committing to a connection. But there's a part of their energy that still wants you, Scorpio, is still somehow tied to the connection. They still want you, but right now, clearly they are alone for a reason. You know, we've got pain, sorrow, hurt. So it's very painful, the energy that they are coming forward with. So let's add to this and see where else this is going to go. So let's grab some tarot messages. This is the Twin Flame Journey Tarot by Mystic Moon. Angels and spirit guides for Scorpio. What else do we need to know at this time, please? Where is your person at currently? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Scorpio. Where is your person at currently? I feel like this one's trying to fly up in the reverse. This is the High Priestess, hidden knowledge. I'm guided to read it reverse, though, because that's how it was, I feel, trying to fly out of the deck. So the High Priestess in the reverse is loss of self, repression. It's tied into secrets, hidden agendas, commitment phobia, irresponsible, unstable. I mean, all of these cards represent something that went seriously wrong in this partnership. And I do feel for some of you, part of this pain and sorrow and the hurt came from a partner that could not commit and could also have cheated. There could have been infidelity here and just entered into another partnership because they were not able to fully commit by way of marriage, by way of just being exclusive in a partnership. You know, it's that mentality of they want their cake and eat it too. But it's not going to work that way, you know? We have the King of Swords right after that, which is air energy. So you might be dealing with a Libra, an Aquarius, or a Gemini, Scorpio. And right below commitment phobia, we have the King of Swords, both masculine energy from those cards. So it could be what I'm picking up here in this particular instance is masculine, divine masculine, unable to commit to the feminine. And my masculine might have distanced themselves from this connection and it really hurt the feminine. You know, coming up with all sorts of excuses as to why he wasn't available or it couldn't follow through. Lots of excuses. Unable to commit. And could have cut the feminine out of the relationship possibly. And it hurt her. We have the Death card coming through here. So from your person's perspective, Scorpio, first of all, the Death card is tapped into your own energy. It is Scorpio energy. So this is all about a transition. Something needed to come to an end here between the two of you. But there's also new beginnings tied into the Death card. But this is telling us here that in order for you guys to move forward and have a new beginning, you got to let go of the past and whatever nonsense went on in the past that brought you guys towards this very painful conclusion to your relationship. But your person's still coming through here that despite the heartbreak and grief and pain, they're still yearning for you. They still want you. And they're definitely feeling alone without you. Definitely time to move on, though, with the Death card being represented there. You can't live in the past. You know, it's out with the old, in with the new. But right now, Two of Swords is represented through that non-action card right there. It is a stalemate. Stalemate and indecision is the energy of the Two of Swords. But look at this. The Star card, universal alignment. You guys could actually be star-crossed lovers. This is ultimately a wish come true. Could be tied into Aquarius for some of you. So your person still has hope here. They're trying to hold on to their faith that you guys can ultimately still come back together and work this out. The love I feel, it's still here between the two of you. Part of the energy of the star is offering a dark situation enlightenment so that you guys can have the clarity that's needed to proceed and move forward, and or that's what your person is certainly needing. And my favorite interpretation of the star card is that an impossible situation can be made possible once again. But that takes two people to be able to create that type of movement towards coming back together. Because your person can want it and want it and want it, and they can yearn all they want, but if you're not on the same page, it makes it a little bit more difficult for things to come to fruition. And I'm not surprised to be seeing the Five of Pentacles. That is Earth energy. For some of you guys, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. In this particular card, it reads isolated and alone. And the Five of Pentacles is tightened insecurities and worries. Feeling left out in the cold. Your person could also be struggling financially. It is tied into poverty as well. So not only do we have the alone card coming through here, but in this card, it says isolated and alone. So double whammy right there. This is all a part of your person's energies right now, Scorpio. Okay, so let's take a look at you. Let's see where you're coming from and how you are able to process everything that's going on in this connection. So let's grab some Mystic Moon oracles here, Scorpio. So where are you at currently? What is your energy and your perception of what's happening between you and this person that you are tuning into this reading for? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Scorpio. Where are you at? Divine Feminine. Okay, so if you are Divine Feminine, Scorpio, then your energy is coming through here quite prominently. Possibly, if you're just really working on yourself right now, putting yourself on your own priority list, especially if your person couldn't do that. If they were between relationships, if they felt the need to cheat or enter into third parties, then you were not their priority. And you yourself, you're coming through here, especially, again, if you're feminine. Wow. We have vibrations coming through. Energetically, vibrationally, what you're putting out into the universe is what you will be manifesting back to you. And these vibrations as well could be what you're sending your person, and they're picking up off of that. Union. So you definitely still feel this pull towards this union, not necessarily towards wanting reconciliation, but you definitely are still very much attached to it somehow, even if it is just vibrationally. So some of you guys, of course, could be connecting in the fifth dimension. That's a potential here. Because you're not together, not in the 3D. And there are those of you that are connecting energetically in the 5D. Right now, you're choosing to refocus. You may have switched directions. You may have decided that this wasn't for you, or that you're just not up for it right now. You're just working on you. You're working on yourself. And if you had a partner that was dishonest, irresponsible, full of excuses, you weren't going to be putting up with that. So some of you could have certainly walked out on the partnership or ended it. And some of you guys had partners that ended it before you did. And so you're now refocusing on your life and where it is that you ultimately can go now. We do have mute. Confirmation. Nobody's talking here. Not right now. Certainly not you, Scorpio. But look at this. We do have the twin flame card. So this could actually be a twin flame connection between you and this person. They are your mirror soul, Scorpio. And twin flame connections certainly can go into separation. It's very challenging and it's very painful. But this is a time for the both of you to work on yourselves. And I feel, especially for my divine feminines, that's what you're doing. Your person needs to do the same thing. All right, so let's add some additional insight here from the Pining Rose Twin Flame deck. This is by Calico Moon. Since we have a twin flame reference here, let's dig a little bit deeper here. Where are you at currently? What is your vibe that's coming through here, Scorpio? Angels and spirit guides for Scorpio, please. We have whispers, uplift. We've got two roses next to each other. And then look at this next card. We have the truth, followed by pull, struck, very interesting, Cupid's arrow, stability. Let's grab one more. Look at this. Forgive. First of all, Scorpio, if you even have it in your heart at this time to forgive your person, that is certainly your choice. That is your prerogative. Because if they were being dishonest with you in any way, shape, or form, cheated on you, if there was infidelity, all you want from this partnership is the truth. For them to come towards you with honesty. Where are they coming from? What are their intentions? They might come in real quietly, okay? Like you could barely hear what it is that they are wanting to tell you, even if it is in the fifth dimension. It's like, could you speak up a little bit? I can't quite hear you. What is it that you want here? What is it that you want from me? Because this time around, they're going to have to come in loud and clear as to what it is that they want. They cannot be coming towards you with lies and deceit or being irresponsible or any sort of intention to hurt you through third parties or even karmic partnerships. That needs to phase out. You are here to uplift yourself at this time because you're demanding the truth. But we do have this pull card, okay? It's very much tied into the energy of the moon. The moon energy has both dark and light energies to it because it is tied into deceit and illusions and lies. But on the other side of that is healing and that light that you're being guided towards to get you out of that darkness. So the relationship is, I feel, going through a bit of a transition. And that already came forward from your person with the death card that came forward. See? There's that transition. Something needed to end in order to have a new beginning. But with that struck energy, because this does represent Cupid's arrow, that this is a type of connection, Scorpio, that regardless of how the future unfolds for the two of you, you are struck by this connection. They are coming through as your twin flame. This is a person that you're never going to forget. They've already made such a huge impact on your life that regardless of what happens from here on out, whether you guys ever come back together or not, you're never going to forget them. They will always occupy a space in your heart space. And they as well will be experiencing that because you guys are mirroring each other. You're twin flames. And isn't it interesting how we have stability? So what once was unstable can be stable. But you both have to work at this. It takes two people to be able to create a solid foundation in a partnership. All right, so let's add to this with some tarot. This is the Quiche deck by Salviadora of Eat, Read, Love. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Scorpio. What else do we need to know? Where are you at currently? And then we're going to go ahead and pull some dialogue messages. We're going to mix them up. I'm going to choose from 3 different decks that have varying degrees of dialogue for you and your person to have the opportunity to get things off your chest, say what you got to say. Clearly right now, more than likely, there is no communication since we do have that mute button. And did I just say mute button? It's like hitting the mute button on a phone, I guess. A mute card. And then, of course, from your person, there's that non-action card. So nobody's actually taking any sort of effort to communicate. Not right now. So we'll grab some dialogue to give you guys the opportunity to get things out in the open. Angels and spirit guides for Scorpio. Where are you at currently? Okay. We do have the 6 of Pentacles coming through. That is Earth energy. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. So the 6 of Pentacles. You could be very giving in nature, Scorpio, because the 6 of Pentacles is tied into generosity, charity. Somebody who is very giving, is not afraid to share. And perhaps there was a time when you decided, you know, this is the person I want to share my life with. But they are coming forward as very irresponsible and possibly deceptive, keeping secrets. They have a hidden agenda. There's a reason why that High Priestess flew up in the reverse. Especially if your person happens to be, or if you know that they actually were deceptive with you, Scorpio. I have the feeling for some of you, you have your suspicions that that's what's going on. More than likely, that's been validated because things just don't come forward with those types of cards by way of pain and hurt. Stalemate energy, something heavy happened between the two of you that caused that level of grief and heartbreak. Which is why more than likely at this time, you don't even want to talk to your person, Scorpio. But regardless, this is a connection that you guys are still very much drawn back to each other regardless. It's that love-hate relationship, which is very much characteristic of a twin flame connection. It's the most amazing connection that you could possibly experience, but you guys are technically mirroring each other. It's like looking in the mirror and seeing the good parts and the bad parts about yourself and one another. So you can love each other to such an amazing degree, but you guys can also butt heads and bicker and get into arguments because you're so much alike. Here we are with the 10 of Pentacles. So more earth energy. The 10 of Pentacles is tied into your money matters at this time, Scorpio. So what I'm feeling here, because both of these cards are pentacles, so money matters for you at this time could actually be amazing. And it could also be tied into how you choose to invest your time. Not only your money, but your time, your energy, your heart with somebody. Look at this. We have the Emperor. So we've already got divine feminine energy right there, which for me is very similar to the energies of the Empress. So not only do we have Empress energy there, but we now have the Emperor here. So you're both reflected here because first and foremost, this is your twin flame, Scorpio. Maybe, again, you had your suspicions, but you weren't quite sure. This could be the father of your children if you guys have family together. And again, for those of you who were married, this could be your spouse, of course, and you guys are going through some challenges at this time. This person could be an entrepreneur. They tend to be very logical, and they're not afraid to go after what it is that they want by way of making their goals and dreams happen. They tend to be a leader, and very logical in how they do things. They are very masculine in energy. It's typically somebody of influence, an authority figure. And then we've got the Hierophant right after that. So we've got two major arcanas right next to each other. There is a spiritual lesson that needs to be learned here, Scorpio. Especially tied into this connection. Because I feel that you guys shared a life together. And something went wrong. And we've got the Five of Swords. Okay, so that's air energy right there. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. The Five of Swords is somebody who's sneaky. We kind of already know that they were being deceptive, irresponsible. And isn't it interesting how we have a skeleton, like a skull right there, which is very similar to, look at this. Look at that. Okay, so I feel there was a partner here that was being very sneaky, very deceptive, entered into a third-party situation because it creates conflict. That's what the Five of Swords represents. It creates conflict and tension between two people. We have the Queen of Pentacles, more earth energy. And again, I feel we already have a father figure through the Emperor. The Queen of Pentacles is a mother figure. Part of the lesson that the Queen of Pentacles teaches us is that a loving family is one of the greatest blessings in life. And she will protect her family no matter what. And if that created instability with a partner that cheated or left, this queen is going to make sure that the foundation of her family structure stays intact with or without her king. Because this queen is very down to earth and, as I mentioned, a mother figure. Very motherly, very nurturing. And then we've got the Three of Cups, okay? So definitely third party energy coming through for some of you. That is cups, water energy. That's a part of your own vibe, Scorpio, as well as Cancer and Pisces, of course. But yeah, part of the reason why you guys are not together at this time is more than likely due to somebody sneaking around, being deceptive, tied into a third-party situation. So, more than likely, Scorpio, you're not wanting to talk to them right now. You want the truth. You're still feeling drawn to your person. Perhaps a part of your heart space wants to be able to forgive, but I don't feel that you're quite there yet. And that's something that you're going to have to process. So what I'm feeling here, especially for my feminines, is that you're working on yourself. And for those of you who have children, you're just being the best parent that you can be for your family, for your children, especially if one partner ended up abandoning the family and entering into another situation, partnership outside of that connection. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some dialogue messages here, Scorpio. We'll start with your person, and let's take a look at that. This is the 5D Love Messages Oracle deck by Calico Moon. So how do they feel about you, or what is it that they need to say to you at this time? We know they're in pain, we know they're hurt, but more than likely, they might have created that situation. They contributed to the reason why the relationship is at a distance from each other at this time. So here we go. First set of dialogue messages we'll grab from 3 different decks. Take whichever resonates with you, Scorpio, if any of these, but right now we're mostly focused on your person. How do they feel about you? So we'll grab a few. We'll grab a few for the collective, and of course take whichever one you are most guided towards. Okay, let's grab the bottom of the deck. All right, so this is from your person, okay? I have to work on myself right now. They sure do. Because they can't be coming towards you with that negative energy. Anything that they ever did to hurt you in any way. Being deceptive. Not able to commit to you fully. You know, it's almost like they had one foot out the door. And that's not going to work moving forward. They need to be all in. They need to be fully committed to the partnership in order for that foundation to be a lot stronger than what it was, because they contributed to why it was so unstable before, and so it fell apart. Next message. I'm spying on you. So they're keeping tabs, checking you out, more than likely on social media. They might have even driven by where you live, however creepy that is. Just watching you. Next message. I'm feeling a magnetic pull toward you. And you do as well, Scorpio. You guys are coming forward, as we already established. You guys are twin flames. Okay. Your person's message to you. I'm feeling a magnetic pull toward you. This is your card. And it says pull. Okay. So you both are feeling this way, even though you are at a distance. I feel like you're ignoring me. And maybe, Scorpio, you are. Because there are those of you that are choosing to focus on yourself. And that's okay. That's your prerogative. Next message. You are so much different than everyone else. And perhaps you guys needed to go through that painful ending to your relationship for them to come to that realization. Because there are those of you who had a partner that ended up cheating on you, walking out on the partnership, cutting you out of their life, thinking that the grass was greener on the other side, and that ended up not being the case. And some of you guys might have even had a partner that's reached out and wants to communicate, to reconcile, and we have the mute card coming forward for Scorpio. So more than likely, you're either playing hard to get, or you just want to move on. You need more time. You're not ready to talk. Make them wait, Next message. I have feelings for someone else, but I can't stop thinking of you. And there we go. Okay, so they need to make up their mind, plain and simple. If they're with somebody else and messing around there, but they can't stop thinking about you, well, they can't have their cake and eat it too. They need to figure out what the hell they want, because they can't have it both ways. Unless, of course, you allow that, which I don't feel. Scorpio, that's not what you're interested in here. You want commitment. Full commitment. Not somebody who's playing games or being sneaky or deceptive. Okay? So let's add to this. This is the Divine Love and Separation deck. So let's take a look at your energy, Scorpio. How do you feel about your person? And we'll pull the same amount of cards that came forward from your person. And again, take whichever ones you are guided towards as to what best represents what is in your heart space at this time. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Scorpio, for this bonus reading, for the first half of March. And let's grab the bottom. All right, Scorpio, what do you have to say here, guys? Okay. All right. First message. This separation feels like hell. Especially if you're still feeling drawn to your person, Scorpio. It does hurt you that you guys are not together, but there are those of you, I feel, that need the distance, that need the space, that still need a little bit more time before communication or discussion of a reconciliation can even happen. But, you're definitely feeling the pain as well, and the emptiness as a result of not having this person in your life. Next message. We both need to purge past toxicities out of our system. Yep, definitely. They cannot be attached to anybody else if they want to come towards you and want to be able to start over. And whatever negative, toxic energies they've allowed themselves to be involved in, that needs to go. And whatever negative energies you might be holding on to yourself, Scorpio, that needs to be phased out as well. Okay? Look at this. Hey, it's not over yet. Okay, that's coming through for some of you guys. Next message. I'm becoming suspicious of our separation. And that's a normal reaction, especially if you dealt with somebody that put you into that space of suspicion to begin with because of all the shady shit that they were doing. Next message. Nostalgic. Thinking of our convos makes me smile. And going back to, if I can find it. Going back to, let me grab it. Here it is. Going back towards this letters card that came forward from your person. Remember, they more than likely read through old text messages, past emails that you guys have sent each other, or even conversations that you still have access to on social media. You're both doing the same thing. You're both feeling nostalgic, and you're remembering the conversations that you guys have had, and this person's reading through those conversations. Both during times of nostalgia, remembering the good times. It makes you smile still, which is why you're still feeling pulled towards each other. Last one. I've been intensely feeling your energy. I'm not surprised. I'm feeling a magnetic pull toward you, and you ended up getting that pull card coming through as I showed you guys. So yeah, I'm not surprised. Okay, so let's grab some final dialogue from the Angelic Revelation 144 deck, Naked Flame Healing Messages. This particular deck has so much verbiage in each card. It really says so much. So take whatever resonates on your behalf, Scorpio, and some of these words and messages are from your person towards you. Angels and spirit guides, please, for this connection for Scorpio. Who needs to speak up here, please? Is it you, Scorpio? Is it your person? Is it both of you? Please bring forward the messages that need to be communicated at this time. All right, and let's grab the bottom card. Okay, let's see what we have. All right, Scorpio, first message. I want us to learn how to have healthy arguments. I have sought professional advice to improve communication and our relationship. That's good, you know, because this is your person growing and learning from what didn't work before. And if they are in a better space now to at least admit that they need professional help in order to be a better communicator towards you, then that's a good thing. They're growing, they're evolving, they're learning. Next message. I am awakening to this journey and learning more about our connection. I am a logical thinker, but I am opening up to the spiritual world. Thank you for opening my eyes. Hello, Emperor. You know, they're going through an awakening. And part of that awakening and learning the type of bond that you guys share is that this is ultimately, for some of you, a twin flame connection. That is being represented in this reading. Next card. I am working through my fears so that I can explain everything to you one day. And sometimes when a person does things to cause destruction in a partnership, to hurt the other person, that might be stemming from pain that they've been holding on to from past experiences, past relationships, stemming as far down as long as, you know, when they were a child or growing up, if they experienced something traumatic, whatever these fears are and wherever it is that they stem from, there has to be a root cause to it. So they're working through that in the hopes that someday they'll be able to share these things with you to better explain where they were coming from and why things happened the way they happened. Especially if, for you, Scorpio, personally, you know, if you feel like you never had closure or just didn't get the proper type of conversation that you guys should have had when you went your separate ways. Okay? Next message. I want the world for you. At this time, I don't think I am in a position to give you what you deserve. I hope that one day I can. I don't expect you to wait for me forever, and I want you to live your best life now. Because they know that they have more work to do. And at the end of the day, you don't want to reconcile with somebody that's not able to commit to you fully. And they're admitting it here. They're not in any sort of position to give you what you deserve. Okay? Next message. I was a hurt person who hurt other people. It stems from childhood wounding. I am trying to heal myself because I want to make things right with you in this lifetime. You know, and that's what I was saying earlier. Somebody might have experienced something traumatic or painful growing up, not having a good example possibly of what a loving, lasting relationship could be like. Okay, last one. My higher self is with you, loving you unconditionally, and acting as one of your main spirit guides always. That's a beautiful message. Letting you know that they have been doing work on themselves to elevate their energy, you know, and perhaps this is something that you feel the need to work on yourself. You know, just going back to this card right here, uplift. You know, you got to uplift your perception, the way you see things, uplift your spirits, and not be so low vibrational in your interpretation of what's happened here, because there I feel might be a blessing in disguise in all this for yourself, for your life, for this connection. That's awesome. All right, guys, so let's continue. Let's take a look at some future energies tied into this connection. Scorpio, so we'll start off with the romance angels. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Scorpio. Future energies for this connection, please. For this bonus reading for the first half of March. Future energies, please. Yep, but some of you guys are dealing with a partner who might still be attached, a partner that still needs to learn lessons, a partner that continues or needs to continue to grow and bring about the transition and transformation in their life. So you both have work to do on yourselves. But let's take a look at some future energies to see if reconciliation is possible. Angels and spirit guides, please. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectation. So not only did we get a twin flame card coming forward, we now have a reference to a soulmate. If you think of your connection to this person as a soulmate bond, they might be of a different ethnicity, different features from what you're normally attracted to, different upbringing, different personality, even a different religion, you know, just unlike anyone else that you've ever been involved with or dated. But they might actually be your soulmate here. Make the effort. Yes. This is something ultimately that you both need to do, but truly, whoever it was that ended the partnership or walked away from it or created the drama, it is up to that person to take that first step, to make the effort towards communication, towards reconciliation, and just the opportunity to reconnect and start over. As I picked up earlier, I do feel some of you guys were married. The situation involves marriage, and since this is tapped into future energies, there could be a marriage for some of you guys with a reconnection. Once you come back towards each other as two fully evolved people that have learned lessons, gained wisdom over what's happened, and you guys are in a better headspace to be able to deal with the issues and talk about it. So yeah, moving forward towards the future, there might be a wedding coming up for some of you guys. But it starts with you. It definitely starts with you. Love yourself first, Scorpio. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive, especially if you are dealing with a partner that didn't respect you enough to stay loyal and trustworthy. Okay, so let's add some Lover's Oracle to this. Let's see what else needs to come through. Angels and spirit guides for Scorpio. What else do we need to know here for this connection? I'm guided to this one as well. Okay. What do we have? It's interesting how we have surrender and freedom right next to each other. We have forgiveness. And, you know, for me, I just wanted to show you guys really quick. And I know we have a lot of cards here. Okay, so this refocus card for me is very much in tune with this freedom card, because nothing is actually standing in the way for you, Scorpio, of refocusing, putting yourself first, switching directions, and living your best life. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. Okay? So if you feel right now that what you want is distance, space, time to just live your life, it's here. Okay? Because reconnection, reconciliation, it's not what everybody wants. Sometimes, when you've been hurt by somebody and you've gone through something so incredibly difficult, that's not something that everyone's going to want to put effort towards to make it work a second time. That's not for everybody. So if you feel the need to just do things on your own at this time, this, I feel, is coming through, especially for you. And then we have surrender coming through as well. At times, we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go, and all will work out. This is very similar to the transition that's offered by the Death card. Something old needs to phase out and die before something new can come to life. We have forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. And sometimes what we need to do is just forgive a situation, forgive the person, and move on. That doesn't necessarily mean, of course, that you condone what they've done to you to hurt you. It just simply means that you're putting down the baggage, you're putting down the burden, lightening your load so that you can move forward and live your life. And of course, for those of you who are open to a second chance with your person, what needs to happen between the two of you is forgiveness, so that you're not being weighed down by all of the challenges that brought you guys into separation to begin with. Next card is reflection. This, to me, especially with that reflection card, is tied into twin flame energy for me. That mirroring energy, that's for some of you. But this particular card reads, give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Okay? So again, it's one of those things where it's kind of mirroring a part of that energy. Let go and all will work out. Again, very twin flame-ish in energy there. And the last card, the past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Not surprised to be seeing that, because it's true. There's nothing that you can do in the past. You can't even go back there, aside from your memories, aside from feeling nostalgic about the past, but you're here. You're here in the now. And what you can control is where you're at presently and where it is that you're going. And if where you want to go at this time, Scorpio, is do things on your own, find love elsewhere, put your life onto a different path, away from this connection, that is your free will, that is your choice. For those of you who do want a second chance at love with this person, that as well is something that you can work towards. There are new possibilities that are coming through here. A new path is now available to you. It's up to you, of course, Scorpio, what it is that you do with that new path when it presents itself to you, or if it's already presented itself to you. Okay, so let's close this out, guys, with some healing messages. Let's grab some of those messages here to close this out for you. So angels and spirit guides, please, for Scorpio, some final thoughts for this reading. Healing messages, please, for Scorpio. Healing messages, please. Okay, let's grab the bottom. What do we have? We have signs. body care, listening, and celebration. Okay, signs are trying to grab your attention at this time, Scorpio. Pay attention to them. They will be very significant to you. Could come in the form of numbers, letters, places that you actually are at and something grabs your attention. Okay, so these are very specific to the viewer, however way it impacts your life. But there are signs that are directing you onto a particular path, either in your love life or some other aspect of your life that needs attention. Okay, we have body care. It's time to take care of yourself physically. If there are doctor's appointments that you've been ignoring, or if you've had some health struggles, perhaps get that taken care of. Okay, so this is a call to action for you. We have listening. This is tied into angel messages, prayers, visualizations. If you are one that's very much in tune, you might be clairvoyant, you might even be psychic, or even have a gift of reading cards yourself. Pay attention to those messages. Listen very carefully what those messages are trying to convey to you. Okay, because there might be something of significance that's trying to grab your attention for this duration of time. Celebration, a cause to celebrate. You know, your social life might actually be very busy, attending social events, times to celebrate something wonderful that's happened either to you or to somebody close to you, and certainly a celebration of two people coming back together. That's a wonderful thing, especially if this is something that you're both wanting. It's totally possible. Okay, but that's a beautiful card coming through. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave it. Lots to take in here. Hopefully all or part of this reading was able to resonate with you. And again, if you're interested in your own personal private reading, all of that information is down below in the description box. And I will see you guys real soon. Take care.